Okay, guys. Sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. We are headed out right now. We're going to go and my little sister is calling me. We are headed out right now to go get us some donuts from Krispy Kreme. And we're going to do schoolwork at the park today. So we'll see y'all shortly. So we got our donuts from Krispy Kreme. We got the little minis Halloween collection. So they look so delicious and tasty. We're going to eat these and head to the park. Mama. Out. The weather is so good. We picked the perfect day, and a couple of days ago we picked a good day on Monday, I think it was, when we went to the park. But yeah, so just about everyone is done with their schoolwork. Got a couple of kids, that my older two, that they're already done with a couple of their books completely. So I'm like, wow, that's so good. So yeah, so they're just gonna enjoy this time. I've got a virtual doctor's appointment for one of my children at 11:30, so I'm gonna meet up with my husband and we're gonna do that. This is him getting ready to call me now, so see you guys back later. Okay guys, so we are back home. The kids are still out playing. Everybody's getting their snacks and stuff right now. I've actually just been sitting on the couch, just relaxing. The baby had fallen asleep on the way home. And so I just was on the phone talking with a friend. She said she's gonna call me back. So I'm like, okay girl, that's fine. So my husband had called me. He's on his way to, well, he's there now, on his way to an appointment. And so I talked with him for a little bit, but I told him, I said, let me get up here and make some breadsticks. He said, who does that? Who does that? Just have nothing else to do but just make breadsticks. And I'm like, well, the breadsticks are technically going to be with dinner tonight. Like, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna make. We're gonna make a beef pasta dish. It's kind of like, it's kind of like a steak Alfredo. And if I had gorgonzola cheese, that's my husband's favorite dish that he likes to get at Olive Garden, which they don't even do anymore. I think it's something else now, but it was beef gorgonzola pasta, but I think they got rid of it the last time we had Olive Garden. He was just like, That's my favorite dish. That's the only thing that I really like to eat there besides like chicken Alfredo. So I'm gonna make that tonight. And then I'm gonna make some homemade copycat Olive Garden breadsticks. Yes. So simple and easy. Let's get started. Okay. So we're about to make bread. Okay guys, so we're gonna make this bread recipe, this breadstick recipe really fast. It's so easy. What I've got in here is 1 1/3 cup of warm water, and I'm gonna put in 1 1/2 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, and I'm gonna whisk that together. I have instant yeast, so it does not need to puff up. I can throw everything in here. In here I have 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of canola oil. You can do vegetable oil if you want to, or you can do butter. And those are the ingredients for this, and we're gonna do a 1/2 cup right now of, I have bread flour, but you can use all-purpose flour. I like the way that bread flour does, so we're just adding a little bit at a time. What's going on with my KitchenAid mixer? My plug is not. Okay, and so I'm just gonna mix that on medium speed to get that mixed up. And now I'm going to start adding. I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of flour. The reason I like using bread flour is because the texture to me leaves a crispier crust on the outside when it bakes, but it's very soft and pillowy in the inside. And all-purpose flour just leaves it kind of like a soft bread inside and out. So it's to each its own, just whatever you're into. So I'm going to add just a little more flour. That's the, okay, it is now a ball, and I've kneaded for about 5 minutes until it pulls all from all sides. I'm going to turn it off. Perfect temperature, perfect texture. Okay, and so I'm going to get a bowl. And I'm going to put a little bit of this canola oil inside of the bowl. Just a little bit. And this is going to rise for 1.5 hours. Take it out. I'm just going to kind of fold it into a ball here. I always like to just put it around there. And where I like to store it at is on the stove. I turn the stove on and just store it there. I'm getting ready to roast some broccoli anyway, so it's going to work out perfect. And so I'm going to clean up this mess, and then I'm going to show the ingredients for the pasta. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you exactly what you will need for this pasta Alfredo. Of course, whatever type pasta that you want. Excuse my broccoli, I've already seasoned it. I'm getting ready to roast it up. Whatever type pasta you want. I'm using 2 boxes for my size family because it takes both of those boxes to feed all of us. I have 1 large onion. I have a 32, let me see. Yes, 32 ounce of heavy cream, heavy whipping cream. I have 2 sticks of unsalted butter. You can use salted if you want, just limit the salt while you are seasoning up your Alfredo. Of course, I have 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. You can use fresh or you can use granulated. I have, of course, a bunch of chopped up mushrooms that I'm going to just saute. And then, of course, I have this bag that I bought from Sam's Club for my Parmesan cheese. And I will not be using all of that. I'm going to use a total of, it just all depends. I'll have to wait and tell you exactly. But typically I use about 4 cups of cheese. You can use whatever type of cheese you want to, but typically with an Alfredo, you will need Parmesan cheese. And then, of course, you will need your steak, and I've already marinated my steak hours ago. I cubed it up. This was some stew beef that I had bought. I cubed it up and made the pieces smaller, and I'm just going to saute it on the stove. I've got Worcestershire sauce, or Worcestershire sauce, however you guys say it, salt, pepper, garlic powder, some steak seasoning, and just a pinch of brown sugar. And that is it for the seasoning of the meat. And I'm going to saute this down and then saute the veggies, cook the pasta, and put it all together. And I'll show you how everything turns out. But that is it. Okay guys, so look at it now. It looks so good. Cooking so good. Almost ready. I went on and put the mushrooms and onions and garlic in there, and it tastes so good. I'm gonna let it cook just a little bit longer. It's been cooking about 30 minutes. Like I said, it's getting there. I want it to be completely tender. So, looks good though. Looks so good. And so once this is ready, I'm going to go ahead and add, you can remove the meat if you want to, and make the sauce, or you can just make the sauce and put it right over in the meat. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. If I want to remove it or what I want to do. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to keep letting it cook for about 15 more minutes, and then we'll start on our sauce. Okay, so our meat is ready. So good. My husband has already started sampling it. And I've had a piece. I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 sticks of butter and my whole container of cream. And then I'm going to start off with 3 cups of cheese and then go from there. And I'll show you how it looks. Okay guys, so this is it. I used the whole thing of cream. He's the cook. You cooking? Are you gonna cook? You're not? Okay. So I used the whole thing of cream, 2 sticks of butter. My husband wanted me to go ahead and he said we were gonna mix it in anyway. So he's like, don't just put the cream in there anyway. So I'm like, okay with that. If you want it to be all pretty and fancy, by all means, you know, of course, cook the sauce separate and then separate the steak or beef like what I have, and put pasta, sauce, and then the beef. So I just put the 2 sticks of butter, 32 ounce container of heavy whipping cream, and look at the consistency. And I did 3 cups of that Parmesan cheese. So that's all I needed for this big, large, humongous, I mean, it's huge skillet for my family, and then I just did some pepper and some Italian seasoning. And you can do fresh parsley or whatever you want to do. And then I'll show you how our breadsticks are continuing to rise, and hopefully, because we are ready to eat. This particular recipe, I should have made it earlier. I should have made it earlier because we are ready to eat and we're about to go without bread. We may just save that for another day. And as our broccoli is ready, that's the broccoli that I bought from the grocery haul. And I may also whip up a salad because I have some salad that was left over for those that want some salad. But yes, so this is dinner, and it is quick and easy. Well, it's not quick and easy, but it is easy if you make it early in the day. Yes, so that is it, and I'll show you guys how everything comes together on the plate. I decided I want to do something sweet, so I'm going to just throw these cookies on and bake these really quick.
Mama,
what?
I want chocolate milk.
You want chocolate milk? You want chocolate milk too?
No, Mama, I want chocolate milk.
You want chocolate milk? You want chocolate milk too? Okay, I'm gonna bake